Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about the Superman Legacy set. Not set photos, because we already talked about that. But let's talk about the leak plot, because holy crap, that plot leak is hot trash. I mean, I'm not saying that that is the thing, because remember, this is definitely rumored, because a lot of y'all like to be like, oh, we're just saying this shit because we don't want to see the movie succeed. Well, honestly, I really don't want to see the movie succeed anyway, because I just think it's bullshit. But we're going to talk about this Superman leak plot, and it's just kind of like, it's just kind of like, that's what we get. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it just doesn't sound all that great. And the people who are like trying to take up for it, it's just like, well, hold on, how are you gonna try to take up for this nonsense when, you know, y'all was the same people who trying to take up for it were the same ones complaining about, Zack Snyder's doing too much for a team up movie, BVS, Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, where Superman and Batman clash in the movie. Oh, that's too many characters in the movie. It got too many characters in the movie or whatever. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, but it's a team up movie. Like, I don't get how you guys are like upset at the fact that it's a team up movie between Batman and Superman. So I expect nothing less than, you know what I'm saying? Like, I expect nothing less than them to have a little bit more characters. But this is Superman Legacy. This movie is supposed to just have just one. I mean, it's supposed to be a solo Superman movie, right? Okay, so if it's supposed to be a Superman, if it's supposed to be a Superman movie, right? A solo Superman movie. Why is this movie like a setup for so many other movies? Y'all was complaining about BVS rushing, but Superman Legacy seems like it's rushing too. Because think about it. Okay, so this is the rumored plot, right? Superman has been active for a couple of years and is struggling to reconcile his human upbringing with his Kryptonian heritage. Other superheroes are edgy and are killing when necessary. Superman is outcast among them for his optimism and no-kill rule, and ultimately inspires them to change their ways. After being active for all these years, now all of a sudden they're inspired, but they've been killing. Okay, sure, all right. Lex Luthor is war profiteering on an armed conflict in a foreign nation called Pakira. Okay, that sounds like you made that up. And honestly, this sounds like the fucking plot for Black Adam. But okay, sure, we're not going to talk about that. We not ready for that, right? Superman intervenes in the conflict, and the U.S. government deploys a clone created by Luthor dubbed Ultraman to arrest him. Now, some people are saying that it's not Ultraman, it's Ulysses from a storyline in the New 52, which is kind of funny because some people were like, oh, you guys don't know nothing about comic books because there's a character called Ulysses. The reason why people don't really talk about Ulysses because nobody read the nobody read the New 52 Superman book. Duh, because if that's the case, it would have did well, but clearly it didn't because people did not read, did not read the book. That's why nobody know who Ulysses is. This isn't a character that's had years of being, you know what I'm saying? And also, this sounds like a knockoff of Superman Red Sun, because when Lex Luthor was president of the United States, he created a clone called Ultraman that went after Superman in Superman Red Sun. So again, you got two reused plots already with the whole Superman clone thing. And then apparently he tears down and becomes Bizarro. Okay, Red Sun Superman Red Sun all over again. Luthor dubs him Ultraman, and he goes rogue and deteriorates to Bizarro. Superman and his super friends must stop him while Lois Lane and Daily Planet staff expose Luthor for his crimes. The movie reportedly ends with Superman revealing his secret identity to Lois Lane, avoiding prosecution for his crimes, and announcing he is and Lex Luthor avoiding persecution for his crimes, and announcing he is running for president. Supergirl arrives on Earth, and other DCU setups like the engineering getting recruited into the authorities. We already know that Rick Flag Sr. is arresting Superman, which is dumb because Rick Flag Sr. is a World War II character, so he really shouldn't even be in the movie. But okay, fine, whatever, because we're going to get rid of Rick Flag Jr. for Senior because James Gunn loves that character, even though, once again, Rick Flag Jr. has more appearances in comic books that have more to do with Argus and the Suicide Squad. But okay, great, because that's supposed to set up Creature Commandos, which doesn't make any logical sense. But once again, y'all, we're doing the James Gunn thing. And then apparently there's rumors that Peacemaker's also supposed to make a cameo appearance. I don't get this. I don't understand how this shit is okay. And everybody was like, and people who are trying to go for it, y'all are hypocrites, because you complained about BVS, the second movie in the DCEU, which is a team-up movie, was doing too much, right? But the first solo movie in the DCU that James Gunn is doing literally has 500 fucking people up in here. And what? We're supposed to be like, yeah, this makes sense? No. Hell, not even the fucking solo Superman comic book have that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when this is supposed to be the start of his story. So why are we not dealing with, I don't know, just besides Lex Luthor, Brainiac, Mongol, you know what I'm saying? Metallo, Livewire, some of those characters, Parasite. We're not even dealing with we're not really dealing with Superman villains like that. We're dealing with a clone. We're dealing with the clone. We're dealing with the authorities. We're dealing with Creature Commandos. We're dealing with Suicide Squad. Why? Like, I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be malicious, but I really want to know what the fuck we doing, because it don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make the sense God gave. It really doesn't. And that's real talk. That's not being malicious. That's not trying to crap on it. It really doesn't make sense given what we know from the leaked photos, from what's being leaked, from what James Gunn is telling us, what we're seeing, and from what we know from the DCEU. You get what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways, y'all. Y'all literally can't have it both ways. You can't condemn a director and his vision, but then tell us that, we haven't seen it, you gotta give it a chance. Y'all didn't give BVS a chance. The ones that are so upset that Zack Snyder ruined the DCEU, yet Warner Brothers stock keep going down. Warner Brothers stock went down with the suit reveal. Warner Brothers stock went down even further with the set photos being released. I'm sorry. I don't understand what the fuck y'all talking about anymore. The highest they were at is when they released Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max. The money talks, bullshit walks. And y'all letting a lot of bullshit walk. Y'all keep trying to tell me, the Suicide Squad that James Gunn did was good. Okay, if it was good, why didn't it sell? Why didn't it sell on Blu-ray? Why people didn't go to the movie theaters to go see it? You know what I'm saying? Why wasn't the merchandise not sold high for it? But for some reason, the first Suicide Squad movie, the one that everybody says hot trash, how come people still buying merchandise for it? How come people are still streaming the soundtrack for it? They got a Suicide Squad isekai that is based off of the first Suicide Squad movie, added with a little bit of the second Suicide Squad. Because Harley Quinn and them most of them ain't really looking like themselves from James Gunn one. They're looking like the DCEU one added with James Gunn adding Peacemaker, Clayface, and King Shark. Which, Lord have mercy, they made my damn King Shark dumb as fuck. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, great. Peacemaker. All right, everybody said Peacemaker is great. Okay, if you like fart and dick jokes, but that's not the character. Oh, it's a different universe, so it doesn't matter. No. We're not playing that. It's a different universe bullshit when it comes to Peacemaker. Because if that's the case, you should allow Zack to do what he did with the Trinity then. You can't have it both ways, baby. Y'all can't have it both ways. It's the same things when I tell people that's not the Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, it's just a different universe. They're doing something different. Okay, he was doing something different with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and you bitches didn't allow that. That's not even defending Zack Snyder. That is a fucking truth. That is showing hypocrisy. You can't sit up here and say, Guardians of the Galaxy, the second Suicide Squad movie, and Peacemaker are good when they contradict those characters. And then when some of us say, hey, that's not the characters. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's a different universe. What? No. That's not how that works. You can't have that both ways. You can't say it's a different universe. It doesn't matter. Okay, then guess what? The DCEU is a different universe. So why you didn't allow that vision to finish? Because honestly, at this point, Zack Snyder's vision is looking a little bit better than James Gunn's vision. And I know some people are going to go, well, Guardians of the Galaxy was successful. Look, at that time, Marvel could have put shit on a plate and filmed it for 2 hours, and your bitches would have went to go see it, and it would have been a success. Because that's how much Marvel was doing good at the time. But the problem is, Warner Brothers always panic when they listen to weirdos online and be like, oh, when they listen to weirdos online and be like, oh, okay, we're going to panic and we're not going to finish up our vision, even though it's a vision that people been wanting. Like, the reason why you're losing the audience right now is because the audience feel betrayed. You can't have me, you can't have me put 10 years of my time into the DCU, give up halfway through it because some people online told you they don't like it, or you got some criticism, and now what? I'm supposed to be okay with the quick changes you make to the universe, and then say, oh, never mind, fuck that. We're gonna start the universe over again. But can you come back for the new universe? No. I sure the fuck can't. I didn't come back. I barely came back for DC when DC did the New 52. It literally took Rebirth and a few events in the New 52 for me to even read DC comic books, because I wasn't reading DC comic books. I was reading mostly Marvel at the time, because I was just fucking pissed off with DC for even entertaining the New 52, because who the fuck asked you to reboot the universe that I was reading? Like, I was into it. I was into post-crisis. I love post-crisis DC universe. That's what I was good at. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was reading. Yes, I got there. I got to comic books after Crisis on Infinite Earth. But I also went back and read some of the books that I could find. But again, the reason why Crisis on Infinite Earth worked, and the reason why people stuck around, is because you had setup. You didn't have setup for the Flashpoint. You just did the bullshit and then changed the characters, and now you're doing the same thing with the DCEU. And then you did that same shit with the DC animated universe movies that you had, where you were just doing standalone movies Then you decide to do the Flashpoint movie and then make the New 52 movies that, once again, nobody fucking asked you to do. Then you get rid of that and you do the Tomorrowverse. And again, nobody asked you for that. Then you're about to reboot again. Again, nobody asked you for that. Who asked you for that? Especially when there's no setup. That's the thing y'all not understanding. You have to have setup for this stuff. You can't just throw shit out willy-nilly and then get mad that fans don't like it. You have to build that up. You know what I'm saying? You can't just universally blow up everything and then expect people to be like, yeah, this makes sense. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. That's why the shit fails. That's why you fail. You know? And the same thing with this Superman Legacy thing. The Superman Legacy is going to fail because people are going to be like, no, we didn't agree with this. We didn't ask for you to reboot the universe. And on top of that, you have a Superman movie that's not really a Superman movie. It's literally a setup to everything else. It's setting up Creature Commando. It's setting up whatever Suicide Squad stuff. It's setting up Amanda Waller. It's setting up the Authorities. You know what I'm saying? It's setting up Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. It's setting up Justice League International, for God's sakes. And it might set up Justice Society of America too, which, again, that's rumors for that as well. So again, it's setting up all these movies that nobody asked for. But then some of y'all are saying like, oh yeah, this is okay, but got mad when Zack was forced by the studio, mind you, because we were supposed to get Man of Steel 2 after Man of Steel. But Warner Brothers panicked like they normally do. Instead of entrusting the vision, they said, nah, let's add fucking Batman, because Batman had just had a successful trilogy. So if we add Batman, BVS will make $1 billion. Why would you think that was possible? Could it possibly? Yeah. But you needed build up for it. And you didn't let Zack Snyder build up to it. You forced him to shove Batman into a Superman movie sequel. Just so you can force him to do Justice League so you can catch up to Marvel. Now y'all doing the same shit right now. And everybody has said, hey, look, James Gunn is not good at solo movies. And it's true. Because if that's the case, why do you need all those characters in Superman? The movie's called Superman. It's not called Superman and Friends. So why the fuck is there 700 damn heroes in the damn movie? Like, I'm being honest. Nobody can tell me, right? But if Zack Snyder does it, y'all want to be like, oh, he's doing too much. He's doing too much. No, that doesn't make logical sense. You can't have it both ways. This shit sounds dumb. The plots for Superman Legacy sound stupid. And people are literally making fun of Superman Legacy. The Supes is being memed. And honestly, this is like a live action version of My Adventures with Superman. And that show is hot garbage. And yet, once again, some of y'all people who claim y'all Superman fans are like, oh my God, this is such an amazing show. This is such a breath of air for Superman. No, it's not. It's not even Superman. You know what I'm saying? Superman in name only. And yet y'all want to try to gaslight me into saying that, oh, it is a Superman movie and it's way better than anything Zack Snyder done. No, it hasn't, because if that's the case, where's the My Adventures with Superman merchandise at? I'll wait. Where the merchandise at? And if it was so great, they would have fast-tracked the DVDs out. They would have had merchandise for it. Notice how they ain't got merchandise for nothing Superman outside of Man of Steel. And maybe in New 52 Superman and post-crisis Superman. And maybe the DCAU if you can find a little bit of that. Other than that, where's My Adventures with Superman? Hell, Superman and Lois is more popular, and that show don't even have merchandise for it. But people are buying the DVDs for it. That's the only thing you got. And yet you want to try to tell me My Adventure with Superman is more accurate than Man of Steel? That's how you know half of y'all ain't Superman fans. Most of y'all keep Superman in this bubble. You keep him in this forever Boy Scout bubble, and you keep him in the Christopher Reeves bubble. Even Christopher Reeves know that eventually Superman has to evolve and change. Even he said some of the traits that he portrayed Superman as was stupid too. He said it. Yes, he has said that. I know y'all. Y'all are shocked and surprised that Christopher Reeves don't even agree with Superman, Clark Kent being dorky or whatever, but he didn't. He thinks that some of the traits that Superman Clark Kent had is childish and it's out of date, and that was in the 70s. So if Christopher Reeves believed that and believes that Superman has to evolve and change, and he will evolve and change, why won't you allow that evolve and change happen? A lot of y'all say y'all want the big blue Boy Scout, but when they do shows, movies, or comic books showing the big blue Boy Scout, crickets. Most of y'all are crickets. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about Superman stuff. I'm not talking about something that's dressed up and called Superman. You know what I mean? Because I've watched My Adventure with Superman. That's not Superman. That's not Clark. Yeah, he's a nice guy for sure. But hell, that's like every average anime isekai character at this point. Who's the nerdy tall guy who has a crush on a girl, who is self-conscious about himself and his powers and abilities. Like, come on now. You know how many animes are like that? That's not Superman, though. You know what I mean? So let's cut that crap out, too. But the Superman Legacy leaks don't sound all that great and don't sound all that interesting to me, honestly. And it makes me question, like, what the hell crack y'all smoking to make y'all believe that this is something cool when it's not? Because this is pathetic and people are going to make fun of it. I guess that's why more stock dropped. I mean, like, what? Warner Brothers is at like $6.08 now or whatever, or $7 and something cents. Each day it gets worse for Warner Brothers. Each time somebody sees more from Superman Legacy. The fact of the matter is that there was no professional photo shoot of the characters or anything at all. Makes absolutely no logical sense. Like, how can you have a Superman movie and don't think about putting out professional photo shoots? You know, so you can see the stuff. When we saw Henry Cavill in the suit, you know what I'm saying? We didn't see behind the scenes or nothing yet. We didn't see all that stuff. The first thing we saw was that iconic image of him being flung into the bank with that beautiful look. Then after that, we start seeing promo images of him in the suit flying around, smiling, him and Amy Adams being intimate or whatever and stuff like that. That's what we saw first. That's the shit we saw first before we even saw set photos. That's how you have to do it. But y'all ain't do none of that. So I don't know. Superman Legacy set leaks. Are you guys excited? Does it make you want to see Superman Legacy? Do you think Superman Legacy will succeed, or will it be another DC failure? I believe it will be. That's just truth, because if people aren't really watching My Adventure with Superman and Lois, I can already tell you Superman ain't working, because a lot of people in the comment section has been asking where Henry Cavill is, because the average person knows Henry Cavill is playing Superman. They don't know that David Corn Sweat is playing Superman. I'm just being honest. People who are not online, you talk about, they were like, they was like, oh yeah, I can't wait for the new Superman movie with Henry Cavill. I'm like, oh no, they got a new Superman with David Corn Sweat. Oh, that's a TV show? No, he's gonna be doing a new movie. They fired Henry Cavill. Oh, that sucks. I wanted to see Man of Steel 2, because I thought they announced he returned. Because a lot of people do not live on the internet like that. So a lot of the audience, normies, assume that Henry Cavill is still Superman. But hey, that's neither here nor there. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.